Good evening, everybody. We're going to do a quick rundown of the week that was and the week that's coming up and show you what all is going on. This is a SPY, and if you saw the last video, you saw that we were thinking it was going to be breaking out higher and running up to the 260 range. It was looking pretty good, and then it broke the trend line, got below the 50, and Apple had some horrible news that they weren't going to make the sales in China, and so it turned, and we got out of the shorts, and it was looking really good. That 200 just kind of shut it down, and then on Friday we just had that banger non-farm payroll report, and it was just a beast. It truly gapped from 244 to 248, and it went all the way up to 252. You had a monster move that day, and I will be the first to tell you that I lost money because I was glued to my bias short. I really believed that it was going to be a fake run up, and so I was shorting it here, here, and here, and I took a max loss on Friday, and it does happen. And I just want you to understand that, you know, I'm not selling anything, so I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I'm just letting you know I'm a real trader out there, and it happens. So if you take your max loss in the day, don't get all bummed out. Don't get depressed. Don't drown your sorrows. Just, trading is a game, a business that is an art, that is a science, that is a mixture, and anyone that trades without losses has to have an edge that normal people can't even fathom. Some of the high frequency traders out there don't have losses. They really don't, because they pay for colocation, because they're trading minuscule amounts, minuscule spreads, minuscule time frames. I mean, yes, you can trade without losses if you are Citadel, and you can do the types of things that we can only dream of doing. But for the average retail trader, for the average normal trader, losses are part of it. I took 3 losses and I shut down. I hit my max intraday loss, and it hurt and it sucked. But you know what? It didn't affect my overall count. I'm still up quite a bit from last month. I had my best month I've ever had last month. I didn't even give back a quarter of what I lost last month. My max intraday loss is acceptable, and it's part of the business. You take it, you move on. All right? So don't be afraid to take the loss. Know your limits. 3 losses in a day, I'm wrong. Something's off. Usually it's 2, but I didn't buy it, and it hurt. But you know what? Over the weekend, I want to tell you that I lost, and over the weekend I did some studying, and this 15-minute 50 200 combo has really proved out recently, and I'm gonna just kind of sideline this thing a little bit for the downside, because ultimately in our last video I talked about this. I really see this being the area. This used to be a pretty significant channel, really. You had your highs and your lows in this area, and it finally broke down, and I really didn't think it was going to be able to get back up there after it started showing weakness here. I thought it was just going to roll over sooner, but you know what? It has. So at this point, we know our area, and we know the short-term 15-minute has bullish strength. We know the strongest bull moves come in bear markets, and you look at the volume here, and the volume yesterday was 142 million, and the day before that was 144 million. So guess what? You had a massive bullish day on a massive gap, cleared everything, nothing but room up now, and the volume wasn't stronger than the day before. The bulls don't have it. They got the potential to run this up, but it's not a lasting move. It's a face ripper rally, because all the bears, myself included, are getting popped here, not believing it, and it's got room. But you know what? Somewhere in this area, I'm going to start looking for my short signal setup again. This is something I might be adding to this, because it's pretty simple, but it's kind of spot on. I mean, honestly, this is interesting. I've been testing this for the last recent time horizon here. So recency bias is still too close for this to really count, but I'm definitely not going to be taking these shorts tomorrow. You're at the 20. It's got potential, but like I said, I just got burned 3 times on Friday, and so I'm really not looking to get heavy on Monday, and I will probably just do some more testing on this, but this is where I want to see it come up to, because the 50 is dropping, the 50, 200 are below, and basically you look at the massive selling on the way down, and you don't have the massive selling on the way back up. So the volume is strong on the bears, and the bulls are trying, but the volume's not there as much. I know IBD is going to be calling this long, because you have a bullish day with volume greater than the day before. Well, a follow-through day is so those rules are so subjective, so simple that basically, we had follow through days here. You probably already had 6 follow through days in this rally, and they've all failed. But as long as one of them works, they can still say the follow through days method calls the bottom. So it's a very subjective thing. I don't agree with it. The more I've seen it, the more results I've seen, I'm not happy with it. But you know what? That's fine. Either way, right now you're calling a follow through day. We pulled back and we held it. So now you got some good lows here, and you got momentum higher. You're gonna go. I mean, a move like that. That was a 600 to 7, maybe 800 point move. I can't remember the exact. The range on the SPY was about $6. Basically, you're gonna probably consolidate in the upper half of the range tomorrow. But I think over the next week, you're going to be running higher. The 260 area, I mean, you can see the lows here 258.62 and the highs at 260.65, and you could probably drop that even down all the way to there for the body of that candle at 257.95. So 258. Basically 258 to 261, somewhere in that $3 range is where I want to see it reversing. You had a channel, it broke, it should not get back inside the channel. If the bears are legit, which I firmly think they are for now, and the burden of the proof is on the bulls, then somewhere in this channel low area, you need to see the bears come back. At that point, you'd have the 50 coming back into play. You would have the 15,200 having more time above, tightening up and ready to cross over. Find your sell signal and take it. But in the short term, clearly the bulls have defeated us here, and it's got room higher. So either trade a short term higher and then wait for the turn like we called it last week. And for whatever reason, it is what it is. I just want to point out that I was right last week, and when it failed, I took it the other way, made some great money on this day, and then my overnights were blown out of the water, and then intraday I lost. So you know what? You can be completely right and then be completely wrong and still average out and make money. Don't worry about having losses. All right, real traders have losses. I'm not trying to trade a $500 account into $1,000,000. I have a good account and I make good money and I take losses, but my losses don't destroy my winners, and that's what a real trader should do. Right? If you want to follow the guy that's trading $50 a trade and making $1,000 and turning the 20 grand, or there's plenty of guys out there that turn $1,000 account into $100,000. Well, ask them to repeat it 5 times. They can't, they're gambling. They got lucky. It worked out great. That's awesome. Good for them. If you're trying to be a legitimate trader, you're going to have losses. When you have losses, they shouldn't be more than 1% to 2% of your account, and you shouldn't take more than 2 to 3 losses in a day. And there you go. Suddenly intraday is capped, and my swing trades are going to risk at least 2 times my intraday trades, and I don't have my swings on the market right now because I think it's going a little higher, but the risk reward is there to the short side, not the upside. I'm not interested in taking this rally up, but I'm respecting the rally a lot more now after it couldn't continue the bearish downtrend, and after I can clearly see that the area is not here. The level is not here. This is a short-term level, but it's not the major level. This is a minor, this is a major, and you only want to trade the majors after a few losses. You just want to tighten up and wait for your slow pitch. So took the shot, made half profits, gave back half the profits, and then intraday screwed up. So swings were break even. Day trades I'm down. I see my major area. I'm going to wait for that this week. Short term is clearly long, so it's a nice, very quick scalp. I may day trade a couple long plays here if I get the right setup, but long term, I'm looking for this pullback area in here. I'm going to swing trade it short, and that's the levels I see. That's what I see. So I hope that helps. Like I said, I'm not interested in selling anything. I just took a long time to figure out where I'm at. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm looking to start helping out some other people, and that's just what I see. And just remember, the market's there to fake everybody out as often as possible. So, in this call, just like last week, in this call, we had a nasty day and then turnaround. I mean, this market's having some violent gaps right now. I mean, massive bullish day, gaps down over half, closes below, and then gaps right back above, and then closes above. These are some nasty gaps right now. But in a bearish market, volatility is much stronger than a bullish market. The bears have to cover when they're wrong. The bulls are buying it up. The bullish moves are stronger in a bear market than in a bull market. Remember, I want to say this day right here, or this day right here, one of those 2 days, we had a 1,000 point move. We had the biggest move in the history of the stock market in a downtrend. Just remember that. Okay, the big moves come in the down markets, but so do the massive just rundowns when it happens. These big rundowns are just, I don't think it's done. That's just my opinion. This could be the total bottom here, 235. We've been making new highs within a year, and that's fine. You get back inside this channel, I'll change my opinion to neutral, but right now I'm confirmed bearish. I'm just looking for a pullback into a retest area to take the shot. So we'll see what happens. I hope this helps. I hope you see something from it, you learn something from it, and if you like it, follow me on Twitter, Trader from Kansas, and hope it helps you or pass it on to somebody else who needs it. And let's see how this week goes out. Good luck, happy trading. Talk to you guys next week.